wonderful land of Japan. You think about the temples and all the scenery and whatnot, but to me, probably the greatest thing there is the food. Yeah, you can explore all different kinds of options, different things. The more adventurous would basically try it, but some people are stuck behind their macaroni and cheese and their platinum card at Taco Bell. But the food there is mind-numbingly good. The food that they prepare and whatnot, they kind of pour their heart and soul into it because they feel that the food that they're serving is a direct representation of themselves. So it's oftentimes something considerably better. That's from a food court. And yes, that's a peach Coke. But we had a whole variety of different types of food. A lot of them are kind of like that, bento box type style, where they have the different containers for the different items. Kind of keeps them separate. You enjoy the flavors as opposed to muddling them together. You just kind of enjoy what it is. That right there is yuba. It's basically like bean curd, but kind of like tofu, but it's got a heavier consistency. Sushi is one of the things that people think of when they go to Japan. It's like the only food that they have there. But like this right here, we got pork belly, and the other one is beef, and it was absolutely exquisite. It was tender, it was flavorful, and it was amazing. Kind of like bacon on a stick, both the beef and the pork. A lot of love there, just like in that coffee. Got the heart flowing. As you can see, the artistry that they kind of put behind each dish is pretty amazing. Stuff that doesn't have the artistry, like the street food, right there we got the takoyaki, is still quite well. We got Korean barbecue, or yakiniku as they say there, which is kind of like just grilled food. Sukiyaki, the noodles and the mixed vegetables. And then okonomiyaki, one of my favorites, kind of like a pancake with meat stuff stuffed in it. Got a fried egg popped on that one. That's a different sauce. And if you're not looking at that and getting hungry, you're probably dead inside. But they have their pastries and whatnot. A lot of their pastries and their sweets over there aren't overtly sweet. They're pleasant. It's a light sweetness, so it's not overpowering, which is nice. There's the sushi fiesta there. I ate my weight in sushi 10 times over, and they're probably scared when they saw me come into some of the restaurants where they do the all-you-can-eat type thing. That's a clam. Had several different types of clams. They were not chewy like you would think. They were actually crunchy and somewhat sweet. But the regular nigiri is the one that you put on ice. That's a chucky curry. Bet you never knew Chucky Curry existed. It does, and it was probably gross. But anyways, enjoying the food all around Japan is kind of a tour within itself, because you can basically get local cuisines, whether you're in Tokyo, Yokohama, Osaka, Nara, wherever it may be. They all have kind of their signature cuisine, and each and every one makes something similar but different in their own way. A little green tea ice cream there. And these puppies here were delicious. They're stuffed with, it's kind of like bacon and cheese, but like a waffle in a way. A little bit more sashimi there. Sashimi doesn't come with rice. It is what it is, but that one, I don't remember what it is, but it was probably good. So much so it's popping up twice. But also had pizza. They have their own variations of pizza. Some of their pizza, if you get it like at a local, like one of the American type places over there, it's got corn on it, which is kind of gross. Ramen is the bomb. Ramen is just unbelievable over there. A little more sashimi, and got some clam on there. A little black thing, it's a clam. It tastes good. It's ugly, it tastes good. A lot of food, you gotta kind of taste it with your mouth. You can't taste it with your eyes or your nose. You gotta taste it with the mouth, otherwise you're completely losing out. Got some tuna there, a little bit of fatty tuna there, And we got a sea urchin. Looks like baby poop, but it's actually delicious. Mantis shrimp. That's one of those shrimp that can actually crack clamshells. And there's a little bit of liquid libations there. Great sake. And, obviously enough, I had a couple. But, that right there, once again, is another clam. It's just got the sweeter sauce on it. And that's more nigiri. Just a plethora of different items and goodness. This is one of my kids' plates at the restaurant that we went to. Yeah, it was super good. This was a revolving place, but it was fresh as fresh gets, honestly. This is some yakiniku. You got some raw egg with the meat. You actually eat that all raw. A lot of stuff is raw, but it's good. Once again, you got to eat with your mouth, not your eyes or your brain or your nose. You just got to enjoy what you're eating by tasting it first. You can't be a chicken fart.